Afternoon, Cadis here from Virus Mad Space Wolf Player. Just letting you know it's been a little bit of a while, and reasons why. Life is busy. No progress on Infinity, or Warhammer. But a new gaming store called Top Cut just opened up down the street. So we're going to do a quick little shout out to them, and I will let you know I will be playing probably a little bit more because they're right there. Granted, they only have one small table, but they do carry Warhammer, War Machine, and they're looking to stock Infinity and Malifaux. So we're going to see what's going to happen there. They mainly deal in card games and board games, mainly Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon. And I've been winning a couple Magic games, so that's one of the other reasons why I don't have much progress. Now, as far as their updates on the Warhammer side of things, I know I'm a little late on this, and I haven't mentioned this before. But there was what was deemed the heretical or heresy rulebook, which was a leak, and people thought it was a hoax, and blah 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 blah. And then eventually they found out that this book was rules experiments that the GW team was building to see what they would want to make in the 6th edition book. So basically, it's a 5.5 rulebook where it was just completely test rules. They shredded it, threw it away, someone found it, reconstructed it, and put it up as a leak. I have a copy of it, and it's pretty interesting. Now, at first, we're like, well, they want to do changes like switching it from move shoot to an assault to move assault shoot, which thought, oh, people will just flip their minds and get so angry or upset. Other people will love it a lot, like Tyranids, Orcs, and certain Marine factions. Um, and it works. And when you look at the Necron Codex, it was written for 8th. It really was. I mean, you can clearly see how it takes advantage of the 8th edition rules. The Demon Hunter is a little bit too, but not as much. Now, they did include some rules that work for fantasy. So there's now Lookout Sarge rule, although it doesn't work quite like fantasy. You have to actually have the unit lose X amount of wounds to protect the leader. It's a little silly. I probably will never use that unless it's an emergency. I don't really like characters anyway. So, that being the case, huge changes. Feel no pain. It's no longer scary. Nurgle Marines are going to be a lot easier to take down um, because now it's a rigid save, and rigid saves are not that good. I mean, it's an additional save, but it's weaker. And Feel No Pain can pretty much be ignored by a lot more stuff. So it's not as intimidating anymore. Um, a lot of changes. I know my Space Wolves are going to definitely enjoy the changes. Other quick notes, your assault weapons now can be used, depending on their profile, in close combat instead of during shooting. So if you have a plasma pistol, for example, it has a profile for close combat, and so when you run into close combat, you just common sense shoot the guy at point blank range. So that's pretty cool. Other things that they're going to be doing um, that changes tactics totally, especially when you go in from assaulting and then you have to shoot. And typically, I don't know how they're going to word it, but you still have to shoot at the squad that you're targeted. So unless you wiped out the squad, you're just going to pummel into what's left of it. And to make matters worse, even if they survive your remaining shooting after you've assaulted them, one of the rules they kind of borrowed from Flames of War is on your next turn, if you're still within threat range, like within 6 inches or 12 inches of the enemy infantry, your squad's eliminated. It's brutal. So, and there's sometimes you can't even get away. You just can't. So, unless you're like jump infantry or motorcycles or something. Um, well, unless he actually attacked you with motorcycles or something, then he's always going to be close to you. Another thing, they borrowed other rules from other game systems. Mainly, like, it looks like they borrowed Rackham's squad leader favorable, like which they did in Confrontation and in mainly AT-43, which is funny because we were talking about AT-43 last time. Um, the squad leaders matter now. They definitely matter now. So shooting and um, line of sight and everything works off the squad leader. If you lose the squad leader, you have to spend your turn electing a new squad leader. So that's neat. Other things that they added is um, alternate team turns. So like if you're playing an apocalypse game or just a very high point value game or specific scenario, it makes you um, it makes you alternate players between squads. So it's I activate a unit, then you activate a unit. I activate a unit, you activate a unit. So it's a lot like Malifaux, or maybe some of you've played Warhammer 40k Epic. That's how Epic used to play, so which was really neat. So I'm rambling on so much about this alleged 6th edition. Now, some of the rules still might not make it into this book, but we know it's coming very soon because GW made the demand to all the shops to stop ordering 5th edition books, and if they do have some, to send them back. So we're looking at it very soon. Now, the website, someone just told me the website um, just recently put up a teaser that confirms the move assault shoot rule switch and some of the other rules. So that's good. And I knew the heretical book was actually going to become more of a reality because the White Dwarves have been slowly incorporating rules from this experimental book into new squads that they were adding on, especially with the flyers that we just saw, the Storm Talon, the Daka Jet, and the Necron flyers. So all of them have those rules that were in the experimental book. And the thing is, though, it includes Apocalypse. So your Apocalypse, Planet Strike, City Fight books, they're all almost worthless now. So uh, that's what happens when new editions come out, though. And there's just going to be fun stuff. So we'll probably try and play like a heretical game, 6th edition, soon, just so we can show you some of the weird changes. Um, Hopefully, I can get that done before the rulebook comes out. So we'll see. That should be it for this week. I will see you all later. Bye.